Hey there, Joy of the World friends and family. I am Joy, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you are new to this channel, click that subscribe button down below. It is free as always. Also, welcome to all the new subscribers here. I look forward to seeing your life make a full turnaround in this next year as you begin to stand in your bold, bright, beautiful self, feeling fulfilled and satisfied and confident and self-assured in who you are, in your dreams and your golden self. So as for today, it is Freaky Friday. I know they're coming out a little bit late, but they're like, Joy, don't mess with the energy until we tell you to. At this channel, I'm not reading people, I'm reading energy. And that's why things are so different here. Hopefully it's helping. Okay. So let's get you a pearl. Let's start out. They said this is what we go in for here today. Maybe a card or two for our Joy of the World friends and family here to see what's going on for this Freaky Friday and any day, as we know. Good thing. Okay. So it shows you are in resonance with your... Look at it. What? Whoop. Look what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything is right on time. Don't you worry, friend. Everything. Now I'm telling you, there were some shockwave energies this morning. There was some letting go yesterday, some rumbles, some grumbles, some things. I was like, hold up. What is going on, y'all? What is this? Because I'm dealing with the energy around us, y'all. It comes in, and it comes in to describe itself, explain itself, and make its presence known. And I was like, praying for you guys, loving on y'all from afar. Although I'm very near, you can tune into any read anytime, as they are timeless. But we are making this shift into the plasma state that's coming on 12/21 in Mirror Soul, right? When we will see clearly and we'll know as we are known. It's not just a day, it is a wave that is coming in, and it is a wave of love. That's why it's plasma, it's not just air. God bless our air signs. So thankful for each one of you and what all you have done in our world, but it's beyond us all. That's what's so fantastic. It's a merging of energies. It's an emerging of a new era. Just like Big Papa, he came in to start stirring this up and to give us some teachings on it, to expand our minds in conjunction with Jupiter and show us that they are on the same page and working for our behalf and our benefit, not for our lessons anymore. He's like, I am done with that. It is time for love, time for enjoyment, time for pleasure and fulfillment. Do you like the sound of that, friend? I hope you do. If you do, share because you care. Get this message out to other people because it may help them as well. That's a little more weight off of your shoulder as they step into their true self and are empowered also. So anyways, with all that going on, they said that I'm not going to do 2021 predictions or insights or peeps or anything until the energy changes, because again, I'm not reading people, I'm reading the energy around you. So you'll be seeing some of those around New Year or just a week or so before if you're looking for that. But as for today, the temple path and the door to personal healing and happiness. Now, what I love at this channel is it begins and ends with you. It begins and ends with you. That puts all the power in your hands. And the moment you realize that and you pull into your center and you become confident in that, it begins to change your whole world and the world entirely around you. It's the most powerful thing we have when we surrender to what little control there is, and that control that is ours. We're not deciding, does somebody love us, does somebody not love us? We just decide, I love me, I love us. Here's what I see today, and here is what I choose. For love is more than a verb, baby. It's a choice. It's a choice moment by moment, and we either have a this or a that, to love or not to love. You know, to have peace or not to have peace. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to navigate. And they were talking about the other day, I have this ancient wise mother tree that I go talk to her. Actually, she listens to my heart and I listen to hers. She is an oak of the heart. Those are live oak trees that have been through difficulty, and rather than drop branches, they eat their heart wood. So they often look dead, like the whole center is gone, but there's just this casement of a trunk and all these branches and leaves coming on out. Quite a wonder, I should tell you. And I went to lay under her branches and listen, and she was talking about there are no worries. Things, concerns, stuff like that get in too close or get around, is that there's very little control that we have. And I was like, okay. So I'd meditate on that for a while. And then she said, really, in and of yourself, you have very little control as well. And I thought, she said, what does that sound like to you? And I thought, well, that sounds like freedom. Because the moment we quit trying to control or mastermind, we get out of our mind, flow into our heart, and that is apparent by what is going on in these cards down here. So you ready to take a peek? Okay, so we're going to rewind for just a minute because we in present moment. Somebody got some love flowing, all this good stuff overflowing, overabundant. Don't look at the situations of things that are going on right now. Tune into your very heart. Tune into your soul and the fountain that has begun to flow in this wisdom and knowledge of possibility of coming out of this COVIDness. I tell you, that burden has been heavy on many of you of what you've been telling me in our energies. But this has been a time to strip away all the excess and also to go deep into the worries, the weeping, and the sorrows, to deal with them and to get the water in the proper place. No more sogging and bogging, but circulating like a fountain. Fountains of love. These golden cups are part of your divinity, but they're also truly part of your destiny. Oh, baby, I hadn't seen that before. You got stuff stored up. Oh, and you have turned the tides. You're in the majority, the dominance of this energy that's going on. You're now choosing to fully embody what it is you've believed. That's your amness. Okay, so you've tipped the scale, friend. I want you to know that. There's so much going on. So okay, you ever heard of double mint gum if you're as old as me? I know you have. Double the pleasure, double the fun. That's what you got going on here. Look closely. Can you see those veils, that plasma silhouette? So what life is saying here is whatever you've invested, I've doubled. You know, there's times there are fundraisers that there's a secret benevolent person that says, whatever the people sow into this charity, this event, this whatever, I will double it. That's what you got. You got the doubling pleasure, doubling your fun. We got Big Papa energy coming on in here saying, I know I brought it. Jupiter and I, we got together and we devised this along with some Pluto, some boom boom that's coming on 12/21. And so that has awakened. So there are two people in this story so far. We got the King of Cups going on. I don't know if this is you or if this is them, but talk about wearing your heart on your sleeve. They know who they are and what they truly desire. And what I am seeing with the way they're laid out, it looks like a you. For many of you, this is you, and this is another person. So I'm just going to tell the story in that manner and just jump on board, because in this, often when it's spoken for a sign, you know definitively who you are in the read. But in this case, I'm pretty much discerning this is mostly you, that whether queen or not, it doesn't matter, that you're a person who embodies all these things and you live it out. And the thing is that they like about you is you are powerful. Okay, how do I know? What you got? See, they got... Here's all this love coming on in here, this abundance, this fountain, this double the pleasure, the double the fun, the knowing thyself, the getting out of the sog, bog, the heavy weights of the world, the low end, the fray, the dust, the heavy, the sinking, to lift and to raise themselves up into that higher mindset, beyond like at least high priest, high priestess type energy, coming on into appreciation of themselves. Also very strong Aquarian energy going on here, because you know, we're the whole chart, right? We're the whole chart. So they've mastered that Aquarianness of being tapped into the fullness of self, all right, and knowing thyself completely. So with their eye on you, what are you bringing in alongside here? Boom, boom, look at that tower. You're like, I don't know if I want that associated with me, but y'all, I'm telling you, when the cards came out, they came out before I turned the camera on. I was just getting the deck prepared and they said, here we are. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm looking there and I'm thinking, yeah, you know yourself. Your eye of God. You're incredibly confident. You're like, I don't need people to worship me. I don't need other ideas or figments or things attached to me to give me my identity. I know who I am. I'm very self-assured of who I am. And that thing you talk about, that's their crown. Look, that's their heart. They're like, baby, you done, here they are. They're like, you done blow me up. That confidence that you're carrying, they say is overwhelming, that now no one stands. No one compares to you and what I see, because you are a person of power. You're a person of grace, and you're a person of incredible strength. I see a lot of spiritual movement going on here around y'all, and I see a lot of the element of air, both in your chart and their chart. As someone who's a good communicator, and also in this case, I see a good listener. Sometimes people are one facet of communication or the other, which could seem fine, but that can create ruts when it's always going that way. But to have that total reciprocation going on, which was showing up when I was preparing the decks, that there was reciprocation. There were the 6 of coins, the 6 of wands coming on out. We even had the 6 of swords of moving past some stagnant energy that had been going on for some time into this new energy. And just like the 10 of cups here was showing, because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of your cups have that fulfillment of double the pleasure, double the fun. Oh, 6 of cups. 6 of cups. Okay. This has been coming in for some time, friend. Some time. And it is part of something bigger. Why? The temple path. 12, that's the order of divinity. Okay. So it's the order of divinity, and that's why this gate, order of divinity and divine order. All right, they're coming together face to face. So y'all better get ready for some Christmas cheer. Celebrate Christmas or not. I'm just talking about the time of the season of year, okay? But, and then that opens up this whole new world. This whole new world, this relationship here where you're one door and they are the other. And in agreement, you go together, and it affords you this beautiful place going on in here that even heaven and nature follow you indoors. That's creative power, friend. So with that going on, we're going to get a bit the light here. Ooh, look, Sal be laughing at the bomb. He like, hey, to your light door. Talk about that love. Talk about that love and powering up. Okay, Sal. All right, so Sal's here telling us to bring in an angelarium. Can you wonder why? Can you wonder why? There's so much of that being reiterated. Oh, y'all got a force coming to protect your fortress. This fortress of love, this fortress of power, the two of y'all have a big role. And for some of you, okay, this could be divine work partnership. This could be a divine communion of spiritual development, or, you know, whatever else. It doesn't even have to have some hoity-toity type meaning to it. Sahakiel, the angel of the sky. And I know there are more, but I hear 5 golden rings. Talking about the power is in your hands, and the power is now. The hour of power, wheel of fortune. Let me get a wheel, let me get a wheel, let me get a wheel. No wonder they told me to put these out here the beautiful way at the bottom. I remember now, as I was preparing this deck, I haven't had it out in a minute because it is alive and active like a 2-edged sword, y'all. This stuff comes true. It all does, but this is scary. The staff. The staff. So I don't touch this deck too much. So bringing in, so this is bringing in together the high priest and the high priestess is what I see going on here. And it's creating a new totem. And in this case, a new totem is like a new flag, like something for people to look up to. And I'm not putting the burden or the pressure with it, but it's like, well, that's why he's laughing. He's like, oh yeah, joy, right? It's kind of like a pinnacle or a zenith, a living example of what this temple path and true health and happiness look like. Because there'll be no separation going on here, even though it could seem like opposing forces of, you know, cups and wands going on together. But to me, okay, this it could be like lots of patience. Because to me, Scorpio is the fiery water, or the watery fire. It's the two going on together, and they're in agreement, y'all. I gotta tell you, they're in agreement. You wanna know why? They like buzz, 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 buzz. They're in agreement, like I choose you, I choose you. Okay, so that just happened. That just happened for real, y'all. But yeah, you told me to have the wheel on out, and the wheel pulled in the staff, and the whole reason that deck came forward was for the staff. It was for the staff because there had been so much darkness going on, and a lot of it really had to do with the map of COVID, with the 9-monthness of COVID that's been going on worldwide. Okay, I know it's been going on longer than that, but it had to do with the gestational of this new birth, this new life, this new freedom coming on out that lives above and beyond otherworldly. Other realm, manifest realm, high hopes, inspiration, thymus region, you know, very much this coming in, and this comes in a resonant quality because two of y'all are on the same page, right? You're both open. You're open to the possibilities. You're open to the channels of life. It's almost like if y'all, like this is inside your house. Look at all that garden of delight living up in your love shack. Going, but in the shack, it's that palace, that fortress, right? Living up in your love palace, your love fortress. Like if you peep out your window with that rainbow, it's like this is what is out there. Divinement. Divinement. I did sit with those cards for a few minutes before I started this because I said, you know, I don't make lots of promises of relationship, love relationship here at this channel because there are so many that do. So when it comes through, it's pretty profound, confirming, and strong for those of you who are being touched by this. Also, it has a creative power for those of you that never thought it would come through for you. There's very much help and love here on your side, spirit here on your side. So if you are being stirred, especially along this region, or down in like the depths of like the scoop of your gut, listen up. So let's see what we have going on. So let's actually get to moving this. Oh, we got some mall sensational power going on there. So I want to find out a little bit more about King of Cups and Ten of Cups. Hustle. Let's get one more card. One more. I see you right there. I'm not going to be fooled by all this. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords, King of Swords, Eight of Cups. Y'all, too much confusion. We need to clear that out and narrow it down. So what are we narrowing it down to? We're narrowing it down to the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so that's dealing with this energy, past energy. So because it's underneath, it's low-lying. It's low-lying energies that were there that they had overcome, but maybe it stirs these in you. Of feeling left out in the cold and feeling powerless. This has to do with powerless, both of these two. But what I see coming in here is that goldenness light. Very much what I see reiterated here, which is why this had to come in first, and trust that this is all in divine order. I choose you is what I hear. I choose you. The power of choice. Power of choice. You see that key? And you see here, what everybody's trying to strive for the fire here, baby. Y'all got fire. You got two different kinds of fire, but you got fire and your fire doesn't burn and your fire doesn't burn. There's no competition going on here. Everybody has their own source going on. So that's the thing, is this is coming together to work together. Because to me, the Five of Wands is a fantastic card. It's being able to hone your own star, your own Ace of Pentacles, your own power to perform, your power to permit, your power to create. So to me, it's divine. It's beautiful. And as we can see, it's all in order. It's all come together here. All it requires, the thing that will shift it from the 5 to the 6, right? To reciprocation, to balance, is you picking up that key, because you're the 6th pentacle. You are the dish. 6th pentacle. You are the 6th pentacle. You are that 6th cup. You are the determining factor. You decide. That's why there was a lot of air going on this chart. You decide. So it's the scale is like this. It's at the tipping point. Is this truly something you desire or not? Do you want to go around the mountain one more time? And Sal is laughing again. He. Joy. He's laughing again. So let's go back to Sahakyo, because Saki over here is the angel of the sky. What are you telling us? What is going on? You have a key of delight. What is delight? And y'all, I can speak, but they often phonetically speak to me. So when they say the light, they're talking about delight. So let me find where delight is. Where are we at? Okay. I thought I had all the decks out. I guess they like to play. They like to play. Why are you swishing straight off the top? I couldn't do anything about it. These are slippy cards, and they're just like swish all up in my hands. Delight. Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Just give me delight. So that's what we're doing. And so we're superimposing this energy with the power of choice to see yourself clearly, because that's really what we're looking for, is that illumination. This is almost like a flashlight trying to beam in here to let you know, hey, hold your head up. Don't stop at the doorstep of choice. Go on in, go on through. And here's this light trying to see, when you got this whole space, this whole tunnel up in front of you, but you're trying to go up, up, up instead of out, out, out. Well, the sun is coming to clearly help you see. See the festivity in life. See the opportunity and possibility for travel, expansion, generosity, kindness, facilitation. This is there's no dominant energy here. I love that we have a king and a queen, perfect pair, right? Because some of you, the men may be the queen, and some of you, the women, may be the king. There's no offense going on there. It has to do with one who's more outward and open and vocal, and one who's more administrative and systematic. Okay, it's kind of like the difference between, like, I don't know, like a Saggy and a Cancer. Okay. So, Sahak, y'all know you've sent us the sun with that, but you're also asking for a rune to bring in the heart of the matter. What they're talking about, the bottom of your heart. From the bottom of your heart. So let's shine the sunlight all the way into the bottom of your heart. And they split. Okay, you want to. Fine. So we have growth and we have journey. Majorly starting here with growth. Okay, that's so funny because it says growth inside and out, blossoming and ripening, motives, diligence, fairness, and gentleness. So remember, the motives is they're wanting you to focus on yourself and your own motives. Remember, not feeling powerless. Same as that intro that I gave you at the beginning here. That's not often a spiel I talk about. I just felt it important to remind you of what we do at this channel is all about you. It's about empowering you. You are not helpless nor powerless. We bring in the light here so that you get the resonance and the confirmation of the road and journey you've been walking out, so that you can be self-assured, confident, and bold in making the decisions and moving forward in your own dream, fulfillment, satisfaction, power, things like that, right? Your golden self, baby. And so that's what they're talking about here is the motives, okay? So the motive here, I want to motivate you to get up, get your key, and go through the door. Give yourself permission to have reciprocated love, reciprocated full-on two-way street connection here, which means a mature, adult, consenting relationship. So whether for you that stimulates business and that's what you want, jump right on, or whether it's pure love, or whether you're going in with some Cappy style, like what they opened up for us this year is the ampersand, not the either or, but the both. That's the world I like. And so that here you can bring it all together. Instead of striving alone, you can turn and face the facets of yourself and come together into the centrality of yourself. So the sun is to know that the motives, it's about you growing inside and out so that you can remember the blossom, have all this creative new experience coming in, things that once just occurred in the mind or in the heart now coming out into real life in front of you, because the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands are very practical and pragmatic. They can be seen. They're very demonstrative of the two. Of the four, excuse me. And then they also want us to have the sister card of the journey coming in. Do you see it here? To me, this has very dynamic, forward-moving power into it. And that's what we were talking about with her. Don't stop at the doorstep. Her, him, you know I'm talking about you, Fran. Don't stop at that doorstep. Pick up the key. And the key is you. You are that sixth pentacle. Okay? Leverage your power to permit yourself to move forward in life. Okay? And here we have communication, reunion, perfect union, remove resistance, and let go of the past, okay? So as we see here, it was just striving and exhaustion. That was the forms of resistance, because it was those cycles and those patterns, the ongoingness of what was happening here. And that is what has been coming to an end of the road, friend. You've made it to the temple. You see all the love and support coming in. Very much that Wands energy, very much the sun and solar energy, beyond the star energy coming into you in perfect order. Okay, now we're going to take a little peek at the Queen of Wands and the Tower to see what we have going on. You're definitely wanting to take a look at a different formula. All right, well, we get it here. I love these, the Antique Anatomy Tarot for Joy of the World, Friends and Family, about this Queen of Wands and the Tower. You trying to turn something over. You trying to like spy to see about betrayals and their intentions and what they got going on behind closed doors. Y'all, I didn't know we're going to have to make an energy shift, but yeah, we were talking about the energy shift, about Big Papa, where things used to be very earthy, very systematic, all these things, to where we get into the flow in this plasma wave of love. Thank you, coming on in. So when we begin to relax, we get to the truth, baby. I love you. Let's get to the truth, okay, here. I really desire your goldenest self in our world, because it makes it a better place for me and for us all. Okay, so we're looking at our Queen of Wands in the Tower, the power, the powerful person, the one they only have eyes for you, friend. How do I? They ain't crazy. There's nothing wrong with them because they love you. Now stop it. You know how I know? Because I'm looking here at the Ace of Cups in Judgment. You're like, they must be crazy then. There must be something wrong with them. All those cards you're trying to spit out sideways to get to the truth. You can just click off if you don't want to hear me anymore. You don't have to shut down my camera. I love you. I love us, the whole equation, y'all. Sorry, it's a little screw up in here. Let me see what we can do for the moment. I love you. At the bottom was another tower. I love the tower. To me, the tower has to do with power. This one especially is a benevolent tower. They were telling me to go back and look at the bottom, so I'm going to pull it out just to join us here and leave the bottom face up for a minute, because you were wanting to dig and you were wanting to unearth some things. So instead, let's unearth a little bit of your fears here, what's going on. But I need you to know this is benevolent energy. This tower has to do with the cycles of life. It is not man-made. It is something that is connected to the life force and flow of life. And Big Papa be looking stern, not like scrunchy face, but like, get that message across. It's something imperatively that he wants you to know, the true divine of his heart, of getting on the same page with life and yourself and not working against yourself. But that's also the big message of the plasma era coming in, of that new energy and the flow of the wave coming in. But this has to do with the cycles of life. It has to do with the joyousness, with living a full, rich, expressive life. It's the opposite of a life of regret. The life of fulfillment. Many of us know that we don't want to have regrets, but do we focus on wanting to have fulfillment? And that's what he's pointing the finger at. That's what he's pointing the finger at. And that's where I love where Judgment is coming on out, making a declaration here like, I shall live for love. I'm going to have a happy life. I choose every day in every way to be happy. La-di-da, I love life. Do-do-do. That's the Judgment. This is the true undercurrent of what's going on up under you. And you're like, stop it, stop it, stop it. Because see, Judgment is sitting up under the tower. But there's something infectious and beautiful about that. Okay, it is your crown. You don't even need outward acknowledgement to know that's who you are. It's something that zings and zips and goes all about you, which makes you so fruitful, because everything must come pollinate your awesome self. Look at your wide open flowers broadcast out to the world for all to see. You might have been at death's door, I don't know how many times, run over, run down, taken to the cleaners. I don't even know, you don't have one shred of flesh left on those bones, and you just still up singing. You come out of the grave every day like, hallelujah. And they're like, If you could see him inhaling right there, he's like, woo, that is what I am talking about. Where you're like, I look like the shiz diz. I've been through the ringer. There must be something wrong with this person. I need to check it out. I'm still not so sure. I don't know how I feel about all this, but I tell you, baby, at that bottom, that's Canterbury bells, and those bells, they be ringing. Silent night. Man, this is a place of peace, a person of peace. So I would reiterate your sun coming along with that to be at peace with this. All right. Let it begin to settle into your spirit. Trust your spirit, trust your guides. Because remember, I told you there is a lot of spiritual influence going on here. And you do have a higher perspective, because the staff, the giraffe, the highest seeing of all the creatures here, that is very earthy, very grounded, very pragmatic, very practical, right? Very much in line with this power of your tower. While you're like, you don't even need it because you are so connected, both above and below, united as one whole, divine in yourself. And then we have Sakiel. We have Sack up here in the sky, bringing on in with the Wheel of Fortune, that divinement coming in to tell you the truth. And that is what they did. Sakiel and the staff brought in these underlying cards to let you know this is what makes you extravagantly beautiful, friend. Man or woman, you know here, beauty is your integrity, the same on the inside as the outside. You're like, well, of course, because I don't even have any insides. And that means you're the full end of life through and through, through and through. You didn't do it for what you were going to get. Remember, for the accolades, for the rewards, for the adornment, for any of that. You did it because it is truly who you are. This is your rod of passion, okay? And these aren't flowers of fire. They are flowers of air, meaning you keep your promises, not by your words, but I've got chills. Thank you. I love you. By seeing it through. Being a person of action. Being a person of integrity and honesty. That is what is coloring our world with this magnificent, earth-shaking, sky-breaking, opening love. It's so exotic and overwhelming. And not overwhelming in the sense that it's drowning, but overwhelming in that the eyes pop wide open. The gates of heaven open when they see you. When they see you, cosmic eyes open. Because I often talk about cyan, turquoise, aqua. Those things, they get in a certain vibration tone and they open the cosmos to us. And that's very much what he's lighting up in here. Very much lighting up in here, and that heaven and earth have permitted this. And they want me to remind you of that reiteration here. Trust the timing. Trust the timing in this, okay? Trust the timing. It isn't even just grow, it's go on this journey. Go on this journey. You've invited it in, friend. So this was a little peek, a little extra look into it. I love you so much. Check back in with me. Who knows what's going to be stirring up at this channel next. For a moment, they may have me doing some daily reads to shake up this energy of what we've got going and keep you strong and connected and moving forward with all the richness that life affords you every day. I love you and I believe in you.